Welcome to another exclusive episode, exclusive interview in the field of digital transformation, payments, advancements in technologies, advancements in finance. And today we are really glad to have one of the leaders in the region, Mr. Khaled Moharem, president of WadzPay MENA. So today we're running the season 7, episode 164. And this is a great episode. We go live every week, every Wednesday, with our crypto talks. And this is the DX talks, the digital transformation talks. Payments are on the verge of technology explosions that will change the world for professionals, for governments, for consumers, and everyone should be ready. Technological disruptions are affecting all corners of businesses. What's in store for payments technology? Let's find out with our guest. Mr. Khalid, welcome to DX Talks, your digital transformation partner and leader. Would you mind introducing yourself?
Sure. Maybe before, good morning, Rudy, and thank you very much for hosting me today. Pleasure to be with you. My name is Khaled Moharem, as you mentioned, and I did 23 years of payments so far, which 10 years out of wholesale payments. So I used to work for SWIFT, the global network, which is basically cash management, treasury, trade finance, remittance, etc. And I did 13 years into retail payment, which cover issuance, acceptance, or acquiring. And for the past 1.5 years, I'm working with WadzPay as a blockchain technology provider.
Very good. Talking about WhatsPay, can you introduce WhatsPay, especially the MENA in short?
Sure. So WadzPay headquartered in Singapore. We have regional offices around the globe. We have an office in South Africa. We have a development center in India, an office in Indonesia, in LATAM and North America. And we have the Middle East region, which run from the Dubai office, covering the GCC and the other corridors of the Middle East. WadzPay is a blockchain technology provider which enable payment acceptance of digital assets. So it's connecting basically the Web3 to Web2 from issuance perspective, custody, acceptance, remittance, and definitely last but not least is the CBDC, which is the central bank digital currencies.
Very interesting. I think you are on the edge of those technologies. And that's why we want to talk about blockchain. Why blockchain technologies are so important in general and for WhatsPay.
Super. I think technology do evolve, and payments, we have seen evolution happening with the e-commerce. Maybe this was the only thanks to COVID-19 that people start using more of payments online, not going to stores. And we saw the e-commerce multiplying, the number of traffic multiplying by 10x and 20x even. The next, which we see are going to be disruptive technology, is the blockchain. And for many reasons, blockchain, as an example, is the only traceable for payment since block zero. So data will always be there. In a normal database, you keep data for 5 years, for 7 years, for 10 years, but beyond that, you cannot trace the data. Blockchain from a security level is far more advanced than a database security level. There is a lot of advantage in blockchain as a technology, which we saw the opportunity in 2008, and we saw a challenge between Web 2 connecting to the Web 3. So that's what we try to build. We built a bridge between both.
Very good. You mentioned a lot of things. I think it's very important for our viewers to take note because coming also from Swift and all of this background, I think it's a very important talk where blockchain is going. And this brings us to the challenge of mass adoptions of blockchain. What does it need and what is it waiting for?
Sure. You see, blockchain by nature work in silos. So you will find a silo platforms together. And that's where we try to solve the problem by connecting these bridges to each other and create one ecosystem. Our solution is B2B. So we offer financial regulated entities. We offer them a solution to connect to all of these bridges in the back and connect to the Web3 itself to enable their customers at the end of the day, which is B2C, to buy, sell, hold the usage. I think the major challenge is not a technological challenge, because technology can address all of the challenges there by building this type of ecosystem, but it's more of lacking of regulation. So far, there is steps taken from different regulators in different regions around the world, but we don't yet see a clear regulation like what we see in the normal traditional payment, which happen today uh, when you do remittance, when you do cash management, etc. There is good news also because you can see Europe coming up with a standardized regulation, which is MECA, which we expect to see at least a guideline during this year. In the region over here, we have seen the UAE with VARA ADGM, and I believe the central bank also will issue some regulation during the year. Bahrain have took very good steps. So there is steps, and I think once regulation will be in place and clear, then the operation and scalability of the acceptance and usage of digital asset will definitely be there. The other thing which we see happening in globally, even the CBDC, 80 central banks today are in different phases of discovery, implementation, pilot for a CBDC. Maybe you have seen in the news last week, UAE and India is testing a CBDC or announcing a CBDC initiative. So all of these steps taken by different regulators, taken by different central banks, will definitely enable the usage of digital assets.
Very important. I think there's a lot of changes happening in our region, especially on the blockchain. As you mentioned, CBDC, also UAE and Saudi Arabia, they tested Aber a couple of years ago, and I think it was the best paper that they released out of all of the CBDCs also. So we're seeing more advancements, and hopefully with India also they will be issuing another paper and possibly also adopting those technologies. We need them. We need, especially in the UAE, I think, because I think it's becoming the center of a blockchain world, to release more data, to release more projects, so that it can showcase those, and then people can follow. Especially as you said, regulations is lacking, and then we need more of those.
Absolutely.
WadzPay 2.0 is coming up. When and how people can attend or see the launch?
Super. WadzPay will be 2.0 will be announced very soon, and I can promise you it's a very exciting news that it's a game changer to our industry. So please keep tuned. We will announce that by early next week. And I think it's good news. But maybe just one step back, Rudy, because when we talk about blockchain, usually people link blockchain to digital assets. Blockchain is far beyond that. Blockchain is a technology. So just to give you a flavor of what we've been doing outside of the digital asset. So as an example, we are tokenizing minerals in one country in Africa. We have developed a closed loop solution for pilgrims who goes to do Hajj and Umrah in Saudi Arabia. This is using the blockchain technology as a smart ledger, as a technology for data security, etc. And it does not require a digital asset to it. So there is also in health data storage on blockchain, property registration of your property, etc. So blockchain is a bit broader than digital asset. Digital asset is part of the blockchain. And I think when you asked about what's Pay 2.0, we are addressing a major game changer towards that, to the blockchain stuff.
Thank you for showing us more of projects that WadzPay was involved in the region. I think those are very good examples, and then differentiating between the crypto side on the trading, because I get asked this on basically every day when I say blockchain. Trading, please do separate those. Trading is something, the technology, the blockchain, this is where personally I went in for the trading, but I got hooked for the technology itself again.
Absolutely.
It's really amazing. Any upcoming events other than WadzPay 2.0? Any how people can attend those events and try to meet and try to discuss advancements in this space?
So you see, as you mentioned correctly, people still asking what is a blockchain, what is a digital asset, etc. So there is a lot of education need to happen to the market. So we've been very active, going on road shows. I've been on an event this week at Sigma, last week at Web3 Delight in Saudi Arabia, etc., etc. So we are always on the road, trying to share knowledge with the market and sharing different use cases also to make link and sense between what we talk and what we can really develop and produce, which can impact the life of people. There is a few good news coming soon. We actually developed a full acceptance project for one of a very, very large duty free. It's again waiting for the green light from the regulation perspective to launch it and go live. So there is, I think 2023 for us is a very exciting. I always feel that we are on an A380 on a runway and we will take off very soon.
Very, very nice. I attended also the AIBC Sigma when we were shortlisted for the best podcast of the year. That was a very interesting experience, and it was my first Sigma event, even though they come from Europe and they're also all over the place. So it's an amazing crowd, amazing quality of events. Indeed, I really like it. Any last words, recommendations, advices for our audience?
I think as a technology, when technology do change, your lifestyle do change with it. I come from a few years back, so the era before the mobile phone, and we've seen how mobile phone have changed totally our life. In the past few years, we have seen how e-commerce have grown and also changed the way we act daily. Today, I don't need to go to a store anymore. I order my supermarkets online. I order the food online, etc., etc. So technology do impact the life of the people. I hope that what we are trying to do is to make the blockchain technology ease the life of people more and have a value towards their day-to-day life. Uh, so hopefully we are there, and I'm a strong believer that blockchain is a great technology. It's the adoption and the regulation, and we will see the fruitful of the technology itself coming very soon.
Mr. Khaled, thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining us of what's happening in the world and what's happening at WitsPay. And would like to wish you a great week ahead. And thank you for being with us.
It's a pleasure to be with you, Rudy. Thank you very much.
So, as you see, another project, another advancements in the blockchain space. I love seeing finally making sense of this technology, not just theoretical. Stay tuned, more to come. We'll see you in another episode soon.